people have been chosen. Reveal our existence to the world.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start.
Oh, come on as fast as I can.
Do not ask for your poor or you're hungry. We do not want your tired and sick. It is your corrupt we claim. It is your evil that will be sought by us.
Welcome to the edge of the falls. You people have been chosen to reveal our existence to the world. I'm Brett Byro, a.k.a. the Madman.
I'm Peter Green, a.k.a. the Mystic, and together we are the Edge of the Falls. It's a wonderful night. We just got a nice hello from Tony Pasquale out in Arizona. Hi, Brett, hope you're feeling better.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it, brother. I don't know how to explain this. I know English. But when you have a couple pieces of steel put in you, it's just it took a toll on me, if you can imagine. I'm sure anybody that's had neck surgery kind of knows that. We got a couple of things that we want to talk about tonight on the show, and maybe you guys will chime in. First thing I want to do is tell you to please stop what you're doing and share our page. Invite your friends. Tell everybody, hey, there's a kind of cool, no-holds-barred show that's going to go on, right now, and we're open to talk about pretty much anything, guys. If we are kind of, how can I say it? English.
No, I was thinking more like a shape.
We're kind of open to talk about anything that is getting it, people stirred up, a little bit, besides the sexual predator.
Are we sick of that yet? No, I'm sure there's more coming, but
BLM,
bacon, lettuce, and
yeah. Belt loops matter.
Hey, Jake Nowak, what's up, brother? Good to have you here. The Madman's right. Please make sure you share. When you share, you show you have an interest in it, and we definitely want to get the word out. We're really appreciating everyone's input. And Patty Hayes, by the way, hell has frozen over if you're here on time. Well, what's Jason Marsh? What are you saying there? What's Guy, me, and Jake are going to watch together?
Yeah, go. What's up, guys? Okay, so anyways, what we're going to do right now, real quick, is we're going to have some people chime in on here, and we're going to do a live word of the day. So shoot out some words to us, on what we can use for the word of today, the word of the day today, and, me and Peter will do a little parody on it.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yep. Yeah. So
Also, send us a message on what is a pressing issue right now that you're going through in the city, or wherever you're at. Let's talk about some things, and see if we can't get just a little bit of interaction going.
Ain't that the truth? So yeah, good to be back. It is good to have you back there, Madman. Always, because it's more fun, I always say, planning this show than anything else, because just the crap we get into, we can't talk about it. We had a great phone call tonight that we will be talking about later on, and definitely be something funny that you'll be sharing with us. And just give you the great view of the Uwawa studio right here. Mystic, wave to the adoring fans there. There he is in the background, covered with a lovely pink hue. It looks good, I'm going to get killed for that one. All right.
Chris Fortin, what's up, brother?
Good to see you, Chris.
We got Danny Fitzpatrick. Anyways,
I saw Kim D'Angelo Guthrie. Always love having you here.
Thank you guys for sharing. Appreciate it.
Sharing. Word of the day, homicide.
That's a good one, Chris. Unfortunately, it seems to be a hell of a lot of that shit.
Seems to be word of the day. Another homicide in Niagara Falls.
Usually, our word of the day are a shot at the sexual predator. But if we used homicide, I don't know, do we open it up to Buffalo, Niagara Falls?
There's a sexual predator in Niagara Falls? I mean, other than Nick. I mean, seriously.
I'm thinking you guys... just off on another tangent, because me and you have kicked this around a little bit. What do you think if we were to catch some sexual predators?
Ooh, that could be fun. Hey, Bill Kennedy, Lawless. There's a good one.
Yep.
Catching sexual predators.
Yeah. You know what? There's not a doubt in my mind we can do it. Well, I think we're proving that.
Oh, it takes time for things to grow on the farm.
Halloweeny, that's a good one.
Halloweeny, yeah, that's why witches and warlocks don't have babies.
Yep. Paula, how are you? I'm kind of, a little bit tonight at a loss of words, I guess, on where I want to go and what I've said over and over again that for the last couple of weeks I'm tired of talking about the asshole, but a parent's ticket. Yeah, I'm tired of talking about the asshole. You guys all know who I'm talking about. It's it's been our subject for a while, and we've carried it on so
endlessly.
Let's talk about Peter. This meeting or whatever.
Oh yeah, folks. Here, I'm just getting some things ready as we're going along. Today I got a message from Kenny Tompkins, and I know we got Bill Kennedy there. He's always a great voice for us to hear what's going on. But evidently, they had a meeting, and forgive me, I can't get my camera over there for a second. We're the day one. Okay, so as I'm doing this, there we go. So I get a text today from Bill Kennedy, from Ken Tompkins. And he says to me about how he was they had a meeting on Saturday the 19th. Now, first question, how many of you out there knew about the meeting? Hands up.
Well, I guess it was a question and answer forum or something that they were doing where they were going to take I would have liked to be there. I didn't know about this fucking meeting.
Move your mic over so you're not leaning like that.
Why didn't they post it on our page?
Well, that was something that I heard from another page administrator, was that somehow they missed that page as well. Let's bring up a picture here just to show you what was found on another page. And tell me if this gets the message out to you.
Or would you scroll right by it? Obviously, a bunch of people do. I guess only 6 people showed up to this meeting. Again, maybe it's not... something where they want, loud, outspoken, caring people to show up. Yeah. And listen, it's not about that. I'm respectful, except when I'm sitting next to Terry Lester Klein and I got to get scolded.
By not a tumor. No, but... look at this poster we just put up. We took this off our good friends page. Those guys do a great job. The Action 716. We really appreciate. They're also a super source of news in a city that has no newspapers and very little else. So look at this. I put down that it looked like the cover of a list of what did I say? Contraindications, side effects.
Laxative.
Side effects for a laxative. Look at this thing, okay? It just, what's that going to do? First of all, it's dull.
Listen, I just want to know, you're paying this poo officer. Did I say that right? The poo officer?
Poo, P-I-O. I think I P-O'd. I don't know. Ken Tompkins says it's discouraging. Absolutely, Ken.
Anyways, I think, that there should have been a little bit more advertisement, not 6 days before, maybe the day before, maybe the day of, and say, hey, come on down and hang out with us. I know, everybody's probably thinking, well, you guys, we didn't do any of our tailgating parties or anything. Unfortunately,
but you haven't been well.
Right, unfortunately, right, I'm hurt, and we didn't plan on this shit happening, the COVID stuff. Anyways.
Right. Look at the city's page. We're going back to the PO office or whatever, the poo. But that's what we call her, the poo. I don't even know her name.
I don't want to take shots at the girl. I'm sure that, I'm just glad it wasn't.
I'm sure she had a reason to fill that position.
Yes, I'm sure that, somebody somewhere, decided that she was going to be a great candidate for that job. And, maybe she'll step it up a little bit. So I guess what we're doing is just lighten her up just a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know who she is. So
well, here's the page itself, the mayor's office page. I give them a lot of credit. They're doing a lot. The mayor's trying to get the word out there, etc. And so if you read it, if you can't read it, it says Niagara Falls City Council will be hosting community outreach. One thing about it is it was put up 6 days ago, which means 4 days ahead of the date, which was Saturday. 6 people showed up, according to Ken Tompkins, and 3 of them are people that normally come. So it was like it's discouraging for those in the council. I give them credit. They show up on a Saturday morning. But if you read here, please note that due to COVID-19 restrictions, this meeting will be limited to 50 people. Okay, first of all, which 50? Did we know? Did we get an invitation or something? And I'm being a bit facetious. Hand sanitizer will be provided, but none of us drink that crap. And attendees will be asked to sign in should contact tracing become necessary. So, I mean, yeah, you have to follow all these rules. So right away, people are not likely going to show up. But honestly, Madman, just the tone of all this, I mean, it's dead. It's like we don't, it's got to be discouraging for the counselors because it's like someone's not trying to get the word out there.
Look, you know damn well that, if we would have known about this I don't know how to say it, I would have been there. I would have been there. I have questions. I love, not only, hearing myself talk, but I kind of love, stirring up a little bit of controversy. You guys, in case you haven't noticed that. I see, that, people are saying, maybe there was lack of notification. I guess that's what we're getting at, the lack of notification. There's numerous pages out there that have a few people on their pages that care. I think that this POO officer should be, I don't know, something that I do personally is share our shit on everybody else's pages and saying, hey, let's get this out there. Let's, there's a reason why we have 58,000 clicks on our page or, people that see stuff. Not because we're good looking. Peter's like, speak for yourself. Yeah.
I'm certainly not good looking. At least not attractive to certain lawyers. But anyway.
How funny.
Yeah, but we got lots to talk about. This is the first subject, though. And so that's I did put up a notice, last call for word of the day suggestions. We got some already. I'm going to let the Madman kind of, slumlords. Hey, how about fake as in fake accounts? Good one. And there are many of those. But then... But did you know about the meeting? If you don't, how do we get the word out there? I know we announced it on Friday night with Niagara Voices with Johnny and Dante. And Dante's moving to a show on Saturdays now, so we're going to be finding a replacement for Dante on Fridays. We may have to press the Madman in, but I think he'd scare poor Johnny.
I think Terry Lasher Klein summed it up that maybe in some occasions when you give notification, people still don't come, and on other times if you set up an event for 50 people and 5 show up, it's discouraging to everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, and
not just the council members, not anybody else that cares about anything. We've said this over and over again before that it seems like whenever there's something going on, the only people that care are the unions. Do
you want me to play "Look for the Union" label? Tim Heater's on.
Yeah, Tim, what's up, brother? Anyways, I think. I don't know. Maybe, it goes back to that whole change of thinking, not in that it involves everybody. If you want better, you have to do better. You have to be involved.
Right.
And I know everybody's going to say, well, you're doing a podcast or doing this or doing that. That's not the only thing that we do.
Hey, Stens.
Right.
Chris Stoyanov says 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Bad timing. No kidding.
Yeah, that too. I agree.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Sometimes I believe, Stens, that, and everybody, this goes out to, Bill Kennedy or Tompkins or any of those guys. Maybe there's a lot of people that really don't want the attention and don't want to be put on the rug. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of times some people take it more to heart than really they should, or in the other scenario, maybe they should take it more to heart. I don't know. You brought up a good point. Maybe everybody's fed up with the city council. I have no idea. I don't have all the answers for this. I just wish more people cared.
Yeah, and that's what. Thank you, Kim. You got to come see us play. She likes my singing voice. There you go. But going back, who was it? Just said something here I thought was really good too. Patty Hayes said 9 a.m. Half the city is still sleeping or at work, and I'd say most of them are sleeping at work, and we got a call.
We got a call, and I like what Chris Fortin said, that maybe it's time to open up all the businesses.
Yeah.
This is Desert Falls. You're live. Who's this?
This is Jason.
Jason, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys? a couple weeks ago when we were all talking about the scumbag lawyer, Brother Jake's got that. Brother Jake's still got that same scumbag lawyer as his fucking divorce lawyer.
I don't know how long that's going to last around here.
Well, see, because Brother Jake is waiting on a check from his divorce because his now ex-wife was supposed to have money sent to him because they bought the house together and they got divorced and she kept the house.
Yeah, Jay, just hang on one because Bill Kennedy, answering to my statement said that I'm all for answering to the residents. I'll never hide like others have, and you know what?
True,
I believe
Bill.
that about Bill Kennedy too.
Yep,
So.
good man.
Anyways, Jason, so is he still taking on cases? I thought he wasn't taking on cases. I don't know. Who knows?
It's been 3 years now. It's been 3 years, and my brother still hasn't got a check that he was supposed to be getting.
Yeah,
Maybe it's the one that was meant for Noel. Well, he offered one.
What was it? $1,000? $1,000 check?
Yep.
Yeah, there's
there's people that pay attention. So
No, baby girl, don't you dare back down on that, man.
Yep. Peter, don't bring talking about reparations and get me going.
Come on, we're not on that subject tonight. Never mind. All right, so
I'm also commenting back on my post. This is me and Jake are both standing in the garage in the back of the alley, so we're both watching together.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Appreciate
love
it.
that you tune in. Thanks, brother.
Yep. Don't touch him, Jason. All right, brother.
I might rub his bald head or slap him in the ass or something like that. I don't know, but
you gotta wait. Be
Do
careful.
you have a law degree? Come
I might
on.
rub his ball's head.
hey, beer's involved. Beer's always involved. You know that, right?
Yep. You know it, brother. Yeah, you know it. Anyways, cheers, brother. Thank you guys both for listening. And stay tuned. And we're still getting our ducks in a row. So I'm starting to. I don't know, just getting gear a little bit. I have a new fire under my ass, so there's a new
we're doomed.
A new fight we're gonna
take
pick.
A shower once in a while, Brett.
Yeah. Did you hear me? There's a new fight we're gonna pick, so get ready. Shit's gonna hit
All
the
right,
fan.
bring it.
All right,
brother. All right, brother.
All right, later.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, good to hear from you.
Okay.
Man, so yeah, we let's bring that to a close by just saying that people, were you aware at the meeting? Why don't you go to these meetings? It's funny. They say that the 6 people who were there, 3 come to everything. First of all, kudos to them. They come to the meetings. But have we given up hope on this? Do we feel that goes whatever turns your butter? Oh, sorry, Carly. That was scary. Anyway, but have we lost our faith that things could change? I'm assuming we have, because it seems like no matter what we try and do, and what our council tried to do there, it kind of fell apart. And it's sad. I mean, I look at what was put out on the mayor's page. Yeah, we need to show this. Remember we talked about the website? Let me show you this, just to kind of provide some evidence. Sorry, I've got to get an image up here.
Yeah, no problem. Terry Lasher Klein, good. I've been saying it, for months now. There's, a seat right here next to us. We would love to bring you back in. Or what the hell? Peter, what do you think?
I would bring her on as a co-host.
Listen, come join our show, Terry.
Seriously, Terry, we'd love to have you.
Come in as a partner, yep.
And here's what I was talking about now. This is the calendar that's currently on the Niagara Falls website. And I know it looks a little blurry and stuff, so stop drinking. But right here, where you don't see the cursor, but on the lower right, there's the 19th. Nothing about the meeting, but there's stuff that's from way back. So even the website is not... Go ahead and answer it, Brett. Even the website is not updated.
You're on the edge of the falls. Who's this?
Yeah, Eastside Dave.
Dave, how the hell are you, brother? I haven't talked to you. It seems like a month.
Well, yeah, I've been busy. I've been taking care of business over here. Winter's coming, and we got to take care of things, start buttoning things down.
Yep.
To be around here. I just caught just a little bit of the last guy. I know that last guy. He's a good guy, real good guy.
Jason Marsh, my cousin. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, the people have lost all kinds of faith in this city, hope in this city. I mean, just look what the hell happened. The last total administration for 12 years, they didn't tear down any homes. All the streets, the neighborhoods over here are condemned, boarded up houses that look like a wreck. They couldn't even roll out this garbage tote deal correctly. It's costing us a lot of money. It costs us a lot of money to get these totes, and now they crammed it down our throats. And now you would think that there would be a way of, since they, from what I understand, there's been hundreds and hundreds of totes that have been returned to the city of Niagara Falls over here. These are totes that are no longer or haven't even had any garbage put in them, but yet we're getting charged a tax on this, a garbage fee. And now they go on and get a user fee. I mean, my God, I mean, everything... Do I make any sense over here? Maybe I'm losing my
you make great sense, brother. And it's it's the same thing over and over again. I think, and me and you have talked about this on a previous call. Maybe they should not have called this a garbage tax fee, and people wouldn't be so up in arms. Just be honest and say, look, we have to raise the fucking taxes. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. The city is dead, dying, and no wonder the redevelopment team doesn't do anything. Would you do anything? Would you do anything?
Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you what. I built my garage myself years ago. I started a business from scratch, and the only reason why I made it because I put in long, long hours and everything else. And if I had my chance to do it over again, probably I wouldn't have done it. But you just look around. What I would want as a person that lives in the city or that owns property here in the city here. I want a safe city, number one.
Yep.
I want to be able to walk down the streets without being robbed, without being hit on the head. You can't do that anymore. I want a clean city. You can't go down the streets. You can't go down the alleys without. I mean, it's filthy. It's deplorable. I don't understand this. They're charging more for garbage pickup now. They claim now we got more bulk pickup and everything else, but they refuse to pick up tires. They refuse to pick up TVs or any electrical things. That's the main thing that's laying in the alley right now. Since they stopped picking up tires, everybody's just throwing the tires in the alleys, up and down the streets, in fields and everything else. This is crazy.
You know what, Dave? I mean, Dave. Listen, it goes back again. That no wonder people don't move here. No wonder businesses don't come here. No wonder, that anybody is not happy. And you know what? Half the people don't say shit besides you, a couple other people, and everybody wants to brush it under the fucking rug and make sure or make it seem like, oh, Niagara Falls, come here for, to see the falls, but just don't leave that little 1 mile circle because guess what? You'll get jumped, you'll get robbed, you'll get mugged. Unfortunately, I don't know. I just don't get it. I think
but Brett, here's the whole thing. You have 5 councilmen that were voted in by the people of Niagara Falls. These councilmen, they see what the hell's happening. Well, maybe not because a lot of them are living in real, real good areas, nice neighborhoods and everything else. But, my God, you would think that they would go up to the mayor and say, hey, look, we got to do something about this. Look at these homes. Look at these buildings. Look at over here on Niagara Street. My God, dilapidated buildings all the way up. And yet this is a tourist area going down by the falls over there, by the arterial and everything else. And that's all you see is boarded up, dilapidated buildings. And I don't understand what the hell is wrong with this picture. Now they got a big excuse. Oh, we're broke. We don't have the money. But my God, they had the money. They had all this money from the casino. $200 million they blew. And look at this city. It's deplorable. It's deplorable. This city should have been spotless. The sidewalk should have been gold. I mean, with that kind of money. And look at it. Look at Pine Avenue. They're pushing everything over here on 3rd Street over here. They're pushing everything uptown. But nothing over on Pine Avenue, and it's collapsing in front of us. And guess what, people? It's not coming back.
Dave, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question, brother. Who do we really blame, brother? Who do we blame? Do we blame the city for spending all the money, or do we blame the fucking residents for living like this, for doing this, for putting up with it so long? Who's really to blame, brother? It's our fucking fault. Dave.
I think it's the council. The councilmen are supposed to be looking out for us. We're the ones that put them in office. they're supposed to be looking out for us. And not, I'm going to repeat again, not like Kenny Tompkins that swore up and down that he wasn't going to go on out and vote for his garbage user fee. Absolutely not. He was telling everybody because it was the popular thing to say because he was running for election. What did they do? They voted him in by big numbers, and the bastard stuck it in our ass by going out and saying, he voted okay on it. I mean, what kind of shit is this? What kind of shit is this? These are the people that are supposed to be looking out for us. I don't have any answers anymore. I don't know. I am just thoroughly disgusted when I look at my neighborhood and what it used to be and what it is now, and it's not coming back. Every day it's getting a little worse and worse, just like Pine Avenue, just like the city market, just like all the side streets that are connected to Pine Avenue. It's not coming back, and they won't let it come back. They're making stupid decisions. They're spending the money stupidly, and this is what the hell's happening here. And it's the councilmen, because the councilmen were voted in by the people. They're supposed to be for the people. They're supposed to be the mouth of the people, but they ain't doing shit.
You know what? Again, I think that you're spot on with everything that you're saying. I think we have to put blame on maybe the whole circle and everybody. Times have changed. It's not the way. Pine Avenue, Main Street. Oh my God. Again, I could talk about this for hours on end to say that. Look, 20 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 20 years ago, when I was 21, growing up, we were proud to be from Niagara Falls. Things were different. Parents were different, schools were different, thinking was different. Yeah, and I know this doesn't answer your questions, Dave. I'm just trying to.
Oh yeah, but you're hitting the nail right on the head.
Right, I think.
I mean, there was places to go. There was places if you wanted to go out dancing, you could enjoy yourself. You don't see that. Look at Pine Avenue now. There's not one bar opened up on Pine Avenue anymore.
I know.
It's all done.
Now even the Como's
it's not
for
safe.
sale. You think that if the Como leaves Pine Avenue, guess we're going to be overrun with degenerate scumbag
and
fucks
look what
everywhere
they
in Niagara Falls.
Look what they did over there across the street. The VA had moved over to that Armor God funeral home. Now they open up a behavioral health place right directly across the street from Como. Is it going to hurt business at all or anything? I don't know.
Look,
I don't know. But
I think me and you talked about this. If not, I'm going to say it again. Who puts a damn methadone clinic right on 3rd Street in in Niagara Falls? Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's have.
Look at over here at 24th and Pine. They got that clinic over there for addicts and everything else.
Oh,
and
where?
now, like I said, you got a brand new one that just opened up at the old VA clinic that was across the street from the Como.
Bill Kennedy said we've picked up a world of shit. You know what, Bill?
Picked up a world of shit. He's part of the problem. He's part of the problem.
Listen, I think that again, I'm and not that I'm biting my tongue. I am so glad that somebody stole all my fucking petitions and all that stuff, so that I didn't get on city council. Because guess what? That one person, like me. Number one, I would have been hated even more. Number two, my vote would have got shot down on everything because I just don't agree with the soup kitchen mentality.
Common sense. That's all you need is common sense. Oh. If you notice, when they had the cabal, when Vincentello was mayor and everything else, they stopped the mayor from doing everything. They had the cabal. They had the guys, the councils that stuck together. They decided on things. They pushed a lot of things and everything else. I don't know. But I do know one thing over here. When James Galley was the mayor, he made some mistakes over here with this garbage contract, trying to break the contract on, while it was signed by the union and everything else. That he kind of overstepped his thing. But the city was a safe city. The city was a clean city. Do you remember Galley's clean team?
I do.
Oh, spotless. They went up and down every alley. They cleaned everything up. Everything was spotless, was clean. The crime was down. Galley didn't take no shit, man. He did his job, and he did it quite well. And look what the hell happened over here with community development. This last guy that we had in there, I'm not going to mention any names because it really doesn't matter, but everybody knows who he is. Oh, they're saving homes for he could sell to his friends.
Yep.
To, this and that.
Come on, you know that. You know that happened. We all know that happened. And again, that doesn't, all we're doing is coming up with, reasons why, Niagara Falls is full of shitbirds. You know that already, that nothing is going to change here, Dave. You know why? Because the fucking people don't change, brother. It's the people, brother. My whole thinking on this, when I say changing thinking, it doesn't have to do with city council or all those people that are making decisions. Maybe they're thinking sometimes using and looking at all three sides. Other times, what they need to be thinking about is how are we going to clean up Niagara Falls? How are we going to get these fucking thugs out of here? How are we going to get these shitbirds that all they care about is drugs, stealing, robbing the businesses, or beating up old ladies, or beating up tourists now? Jesus Christ, no wonder our place is a shithole. But guess what? I can't say that now because, now with all the BLM
cops,
stuff
I could
and everything.
swear the cops are told to stand down.
Of course they're told to stand down now. What are they going to do? Everybody's being called a racist or they're killing cops. Jesus Christ.
I got a very, very good friend of mine that lives over in Canada. In fact, right by the Lewis and Queenston Bridge over there. And he's into politics over there and this and that. He came right out and told me, he said, Dave, this is a windfall what happened to Canada. When they shut down that bridge, he says the businesses are thriving in Canada like they never did before. Instead of the people coming across the bridge, you're buying their stuff over here at Walgreens or wherever the hell they're going, Walmart and all that. They're staying. Their money is staying in Canada. They're collecting so much reserves, so much taxes and everything else off of this.
Totally different. Dave.
He says that I don't believe that bridge is going to open up till next year sometime, and it's going to be devastating because if you go down Military Road, you could see the stores are hardly filled. You can see Pine Avenue. You can go down the road. There's nothing over there. And a lot of them restaurants relied on them Canadians, just like Clancy's used to and everything else, but they're not there anymore. And I don't know. We need people that will be able to go on out and like Terry Lasher Klein. I speak about her because I seen her. She fought her ass off, man. She fought her heart out, but she didn't have any backing behind her. You need people like that. They need people like you. They need people like me. Somebody to be there over there in that council room when they're making decisions to get up there and tell them, no, this is not right. We can't be spending this money stupidly like this. This is what the hell happens. This is what we need. We can't be breaking down to the unions. Now, you can't tell me one thing over here. I'm a union person. I was a staunch union supporter. I was with the steel workers for years. Anyways, when they knew that this city was broke, that we had no money, these same council people that are on there right now, they voted to give the unions raises knowing that we were fucking broke, that we didn't have the money to do this. Now, for a windfall, they come up with this garbage tote fee. Nobody's coming up with any answers on that. You do not give. When I worked at the paper mill, when I worked at Air Cold Carbon, they told us, come in, we'll open up the books, get your accountants, get your auditors, come and see. We can't. We'd love to give you a raise. We can't. We don't have any money. These councilmen go on out, give them all raises with what the health insurance increases that we absorb and all that, but yet we're fucking broke. We ain't got any money. We got no money coming from the casino here or anything else. They won't give us any concessions or anything else. Oh yeah, it's too far gone. It's too far gone. I don't see how it's going to come back. And Ristano brothers over there, they got a hell of a mess on their hands. At least when they walk away from this, they're going to say it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Listen,
I didn't create this shit,
Dave. And just because the city's broken, there has to be somebody saying the blame has to go somewhere. And of course, anybody that is in the union is going to say, blame the unions. It's the union's fault. I'm not blaming anybody for the way.
No, They fought. They had good people negotiating and everything else, and that's what happened. They got it. They were better than what the city provided.
Exactly, bro.
Corporation Council, the law department over here. You don't send little boys to fight a big battle. You don't do that.
I think that Tim Huther, Tim takes it personal, and other people that are in there, like you're saying, oh, it's all the union's fault. He's not saying it's all the union's fault.
I am not saying that it's the union's fault.
Right.
The union was smart. They had good negotiators. The city was weak. They had stupid negotiators, and that's what happened.
That's a better way to put it. And I said that purposely because Tim's chiming in here saying, "Hey,
look, I am a union man. I was a union man my whole life. When I lost my job at Airco because they shut the plant down, I opened up my garage because there was nothing else out here, and I had 2 small kids going to school. So, I mean, I had to do something. But I'm a union man. No, the union they fought. They brought in some good people to negotiate, and they out-negotiated us. Here we got lawyers.
Dave, they don't out-negotiate us. We don't negotiate.
They don't put up a fight at all, right?
The other
Dave?
day, other day I was in here with one of our podcasts, and I was talking to someone who said that they are very close to someone from one of the unions. I won't say which one. It's definitely not Tim's, but they said that when the union came in and negotiated with the city, they thought they were talking about what to ask for. They thought let's just go for it and see what we end up with. And they said the city capitulated, that the city right away agreed to it. And the problem is the city has some lawyer who goes into these meetings, and I'm sure all they do is talk about what they want for lunch.
Exactly.
Because unlike a union environment where I've been part of a collective bargaining negotiating team, our city has one lawyer goes in. I'd love if they had someone from council.
Again. Why don't they let council in?
Right,
Why don't they let other
people
not sitting on these meetings?
One member of the citizens group, one member of council, one member of the union.
Because you can't, because you have a member of the council over here that caved into the unions. Do you remember that guy that voted for the garbage fee? Do you remember how his face was twisted, distorted, but yet he voted for a yes on that thing there? And the unions came up, stood up, and gave him a standing ovation. What do you think that was all about? What do you think that was all about?
You know that was pandering for, unfortunately, everybody can try and spin it how you want. Me and Ken talked in great deal on our podcast about this, and maybe it was time to say, hey, let's...
it's time for him to resign and get out of there and get somebody else in there. We're stuck with him for 4 years. This is the kind of decision-making we have. This is a guy that's looking out for us. He's not looking out for us. He's looking out for his next vote to get elected. But we're stuck with this guy now for 4 more years.
Look, when I say it, to this, all the time, and I talk about everybody that's running for, a public position or anything like that, they tell you what you want to hear, and then usually cave in anyways. You know that. So
I'm still waiting for Chris Avacio's thing. Remember his 10-point plan? Yeah. I got a 10-point plan that's going to save this city. I'm still waiting for that.
He's got a point on his head.
I don't think Chris Facchio has made a
never introduced a bill or anything like that. Never. At least that's what I've heard.
He's another one that got the the favorites and had everybody backing him so that he got a seat on council. Really, all he did was ruin the Gazette. I don't want to say he's doing anything. His coffee with Chris, thing or whatever, gets the same people over and over again to come in there and they pat each other on the ass and say, "Oh, you're doing a good job. Keep it up," and then they move on to the next.
And Tim Heater, sorry, Dave, I'll give it back to you in a second. Tim Heater go ahead. He said that council has no part in contract negotiations. The city has a lawyer represent them in negotiations. We know, and that's the problem. That lawyer, no one knows what we fought for. No one knows what we gave up to get this. They don't know what the negotiation was. So, I mean, if it was a union and one person went in, they'd figure, if it wasn't everything they asked for, they figure something was wrong. You need to have accountability even in those negotiations.
Look, you guys can we can argue about this until we're blue in the fucking face, and we're getting messages on here. How do other cities do it? You know what? Other cities don't have the fucking shitberg. Excuse my language. I'm getting a little bit heated. Don't have.
I'm offended. You're offending me.
Listen, the disrespectful. Dave.
I love you, brother.
Listen, I'm offended. I got tears in my eyes. I'm offended.
Yeah, listen, the disrespectful. People that don't care, that don't want to do anything and want soup kitchens and handouts and oh my God, shut up, you're a racist. No, listen, our shit in Niagara Falls is being ruined by people that don't give a fuck about anything except themselves.
Brett, remember one thing. The mayor proposes, the council disposes. and that's it. Nothing could be passed by the mayor without the council's approval. They knew that it was wrong to give these raises out when the city was broke, but they did. And then they had to go on out when they were ready with collecting money for the garbage fee. They go on out and they start a new garbage fee.
You know what? And Tim Huther made up another. The city attorney answers to the mayor, and he does what he's told.
You better believe it.
And he's
what
exactly
do you think
right.
the mayor did? The mayor went out and thanked these guys for 12 years of being a mayor because they put him in office. He gave them everything.
Look at I want to add one more thing in that. Listen, with anybody that's in the unions, and you guys already know that. I am not here or there. I want the truth. Why? Because we all demand it. If we were in the unions, we'd be happy, with everything that we're getting. If we weren't in the unions, of course, damn it, them union people are getting paid too much money. Look at, I think, our bottom line, Dave, no matter how we look at this, we want to point blame because someone has to take the fucking blame. Who has to take the blame, Dave? The people in Niagara Falls are killing the city over and over again. The police are allowing it. The council are giving in, to soup kitchen mentality. I don't give a fuck what they say or who, you can deny it all you want. Let's do this because we need this on the south end, and let's do this because we need this on the north end. Listen, what we need is clean up your own fucking backyard. Stop doing all this shit over and over and over again, and guess what? Niagara Falls will flourish.
Brett, here's the thing over here, too. This was just in the paper and everything else. I think it was North Tonawanda. They just went on and put on a couple new auxiliary police. Lockport has it. They got a very proud auxiliary police force
Toronto
over there.
does. Quite a large force.
It's the eyes and ears. We had a very, very proud auxiliary police force here in Niagara Falls. But over the years, the union says, no, we got to stop this because they're taking away our overtime. Do you realize right now, instead of if there's a fire, a cop car sitting there for 4, 5, 7, 8 hours blocking the traffic, that could be an auxiliary cop over there guiding the traffic and whatever. Same thing when there's parades and everything else. And this cop can do more. He can go on out and start investigating assaults and everything else, or robberies and all that.
Look at the police's hands are. We know it. Their hands are tied in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but that's all they'd have to do. Auxiliary cops, furnish them with uniforms, give them a little bit of training. They're just the eyes and ears where they can travel around, free up the cops. It would free up the cops, but the cops aren't about to let this happen because it will hit into their overtime. That's
guess a whole
what,
other
man?
thing.
Yep.
Right. There's no reason for I guess the top 10 people being full of police and fire that are making $2 million or $1 million for that fact in overtime here in Niagara Falls. I think that if we will do that. We will get the 2019 pay.
Do you think that there's any councilman that we have in the city hall that have any balls or any backbone to go on out and bring this up at the meeting and say, look, why can't we get auxiliary police here?
They won't do that. They're not going to do that.
It's politically incorrect.
Exactly. They will lose their position. They're not going to win.
Their ass would be handed to them.
Look, I've said that over and over again. For you to shit on any of the unions, it's political suicide because you are not going to get voted.
And
Bill Kennedy said that the governor put the cuffs on our police. Well, you know what? The way we're talking right now, where was this on Saturday morning with 5 councilmen there? Like, were you there, Dave? I didn't ask.
Listen, that's not our fault. I didn't know about this meeting.
No, that's what I mean.
I didn't know about any of that meeting.
Dave is well informed. I mean, nobody knew, but it wasted our council time. But it was just so frustrating to see, to hear this, that there were only a few people there. Well, if it's discouraging for our councilmen, then why don't they check into why the city's the POO officer isn't getting the word out properly? I mean,
don't take a brain surgeon to share the shit on all the main pages that are out there and doing it.
I don't even think brain surgeons knew.
Look, that's all I know over here, man, is that you get guys like Tuma that are making huge money being a teacher, plus his wife's a teacher and everything else, and yet he's taking this opt-out, this $10,000. My God, do you realize how many people you could feed in this broke-ass city with that $10,000?
Yeah, but we don't want the soup kitchens to have to do it. Right. We'd rather have working people.
Right.
You better believe it. I got people in my neighborhood over here moving with fucking shopping carts. You know what I mean? Every first of the month, you can see them moving down the street to another location with a shopping cart. But yet we have $10,000.
Well, with the no eviction process, that shouldn't be a problem because now people can stay in there, don't pay their rent, don't pay their bills, don't do nothing.
We have another guy over here that was running for council. Oh, I'm not. That's it. No way. I'm against that. The minute he got in there, oh, I'm sorry. Things have changed. I have to take the hospitalization now because things have changed. Oh, bullshit. He knew right along what the hell was what, and he said anything just to get voted in.
Yep.
And you know who I'm talking about.
Yep, him, and we're, I mean, I guess that goes along with Tuma, too, just like Terry Clarence.
Sure.
Terry's, Jesus Christ, I don't know. I think...
$10,000, and plus, what about the opt-out they're getting over there because his wife's working at the Board of Education? Yep. I'm sure he's getting a double opt-out with the school system.
That's what she said, and another $10K from the schools.
And remember, all these guys over here... even I'm going to say over here, Vincenello, he was a mayor, he was a councilman and everything else. Now he's entitled to a small pension. He's entitled to hospitalization. My God, he's got the best hospitalization in the world with the Brotherhood Electrical Local. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about him or anything else, but when is enough? When is enough?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's people out here that don't have shit.
I don't know. I'm thinking, and I have the same feelings, that, we keep bouncing back and forth from top to top. The people that are living in the hoods, that are doing drugs, that aren't bettering themselves, you know why they're not, in a better position? Because of the choices they're making themselves. This isn't, again, I don't know, Dave. I don't get it. I don't know. If I want better, I do better things. If I want to, a better job, I get a better job. If I want to change things, I go out and try and do things that are going to change things. Unfortunately, we are surrounded by people in Niagara Falls that want everything for free. They don't want to be held accountable to anything. Sure. Our whole problem, right now, Dave, falls on the people. That's our whole problem. The whole problem here is Niagara Falls in itself.
We got a lot of people here in the Falls that they rely on councilmen, rely on the mayors, they rely on the community development, they rely on these people, and they don't want to be bothered with this. They want to keep their houses clean, they want to live their own life with their family and stuff like that. There's a lot of people like that in the city that, here, the councilmen, I mean, they know the difference between right and wrong. I mean, let's start doing what's right. Let's start doing what's right for the people what voted you in.
Unfortunately, if we only give maybe, and this is the way to do it, if there's only a limit of 4 years to become, a councilman, or if you have someone that says, look, I am only going to run for one term, I don't want lifelong medical. I don't want anything out of this. And what I will do is everything that's always right. But you know what? That person will never get voted in because the police aren't going to go for it. The fire ain't going to go for it. All the people that, have, huge wads in their pocket, Dave, are not going to go for that shit.
Well,
so we're fucked, brother.
Yeah, we are. But I'm going to tell you, maybe we're a broke-ass city, but there's no reason to be a filthy-ass city. There's no reason. I mean, even when what's-his-name was running for mayor over there, I thought he had a pretty good idea when he wanted to have in-house demolition. It would have saved a considerable amount of money that we didn't have to spend $40,000-$50,000. Maybe we can get the place torn down for $10,000 because we're using our own manpower and everything else. The big buildings, that we couldn't tackle, send them out. But the small little houses that are dotting all over the city over here, all boarded up and everything else, we can have them cleaned up, torn down in 1 year. Everything, the house, it would be a safer neighborhood, cleaner neighborhood. The property values might be coming up. But nobody's looking at that.
One thing I'm not going to do is allow people to dance around, any questions that I say or no shit. It's not automatic lifetime health insurance. We know that. So you do a couple of terms and on city council, and all of a sudden, bam, that's for the rest of your time. Why do you think they're fighting to be on city council or standard? Maybe it's 2 terms, maybe it's 3 terms. I'm not sure exactly. You know why? Because I'm not sitting on city council. But I know that there's a reason why you're looking for more terms than one. You can anybody that says somebody that is
How could somebody that's working part-timers are never allowed hospitalization or benefits. Part-timers just don't get it. But here in Niagara Falls, they do. Cadillac, here they're making a $12,000 salary, but if they got a family, they got over $22,000 hospitalization. How could the hospitalization be more than their $12,000 salary? This is fucking greed. That's what it is. It's greed.
Exactly. There's greed to be in it, and let's call it like it is. I'm city councilman. Maybe that gives you a little bit of clout, and you think that you're maybe better than others, or that you're making decisions that is truly hurting Niagara Falls. I guess that's the way you have to look at this. From a standpoint. How do you please everybody? I guess you can't please everybody. There's no fucking way for us to please everybody.
You want to know what breaks my heart over here? I am a staunch union man. I came from a poor family, and I'm not going to say this over again, but my God, there was no freebies in my life. I worked for every damn thing that I have. I worked in a lot of factories all my life. Few of them shut down, where I lost my time and everything else. You have to have 10 years vested rights. I mean, it just keeps on going on. But everybody's worried. They're worried about DPW. They're worried about the fire department. They're worried about the city workers over here in City Hall. They're worried about the police. Yeah, I would worry about the police. But my God, nobody gave a damn about DuPont when they shut down here just a few years ago. 100 good, high-paying jobs gone. All these factories that have shut down, Standard Auto Wrecking, Globe shut down. You don't hear anything about them. But we're worried about making sure that the unions have their raises over here that are employed by the city.
Quit pandering, Tim. Quit pandering, Tim.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand exactly what you mean. I'm just, I don't know. I guess, again, when you are, one-sided with the unions or the police or fire or whatever, obviously you're going to be friends with all the councilmen. You're going to do what they say. You're going to go to their gigs.
Anybody.
I don't hate anybody either. I just call a spade a spade. That, I just, the reason why people do and say what they do.
There's no more milk. There's no more milk. The tin is dry. Do you understand?
I do. I understand that. I'm just trying to figure out who to blame. I don't know who to fucking blame. Again, the blame is not on
12 years of Deister sure as hell didn't help.
I'm sure that didn't help. It's funny. I think that I don't know, Dave. It seems like you are the only one that calls in consistently and hits the nail on the head. But our blame. Where do we put the blame? Where do we put the blame, Peter? Where's the blame?
I have no idea.
Right. Where can we put the blame except on the people that live here?
You see, they're going to go out and rejuvenate Main Street. They're rejuvenating Main Street for the past 30 years. Look at it. Nothing. Pine Avenue is turned the same way right now as the way Main Street is.
Dave,
more buildings are boarded up.
Dave, would
it's
you
dangerous.
go?
Pine Avenue is dangerous.
Dave, if they opened up businesses on Main Street, would you go? Dave,
no,
would you?
Absolutely
no,
not.
Fuck no! Come on, guys. It doesn't take. Again, I keep saying this, over and over again. The facts here is that the people are stopping us from moving ahead in Niagara Falls.
But yet they took care of their friends. They took care of their friends on 3rd Street over there, remodeled apartments, gave them grants, this and that. Oh, we got to take care of 3rd Street. We got to. This is the tourist area. They haven't accomplished shit there. There's nothing happening.
Tim, I'm responding to Tim. I'm not running you down. You know that. It's just about.
I'm not running him down either.
I'm
not running Tim down either.
I know that.
I'm just telling you. I'm a staunch union man. I was with the steel workers. I was with Spraggio. He was our oh man. Anyways, I'm offended. You're offending me with your language again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dave, it's always a pleasure. Keep following the show. I encourage you.
These are the things that the city needs. This is what the city needs to talk about and address. This is what the hell's what to try to make this. It's just like with with Trump. but we're going to use different terms. Want to make it a safe city. Want to make it a clean city. We want to bring jobs back. They're not doing none of this for the city. Nothing. The fucking place is going down the shit.
Dave, who's going to come here, Dave? Who is going to come to Niagara Falls and open a business, brother?
Look,
I know that doesn't answer anything.
If I was young again, who in their right mind would decide on raising a family here in Niagara Falls?
You're right.
Who?
You're right. That's what I'm trying to get at. No wonder shit isn't booming around here. No wonder shit.
You see over here, there's kids walking down the street going to school. You got to see this shit over here happening on Niagara Street, left and right. I mean, it's unbelievable. But anyways, look, it's a good thing we have programs like you to bring out the feelings and everything else. And I don't know if it's going to do any good.
We
need more people like Terry Lester Klein. We need more people like that. And that's it. I mean, guys like me, I got a big mouth. Yeah, I got a big mouth. But I also own a lot of property here on the east side. And I bought this property when this property was good. Now it ain't worth shit.
You know what? Again, Dave, and I see what you're saying with everything. Every point that you made, you are hitting on things that roll back to, I don't know. Just people have changed here, bro. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares.
They're afraid. You don't see anybody sitting on their porches. You don't see nothing. Here a few years ago, right over at Divine Mercy, a woman was walking into a church. Boom, got robbed. They pulled the thing right off her purse right off her shoulder. Another one over at St. George's. She's walking. Older ladies walking up the stairs. They pulled her right over the railing, robbed her purse. She fell down, hurt herself real bad.
It's funny that me and Tim were talking about this. He came over and helped me and said he doesn't leave anywhere without his piece. How the hell can you go anywhere now and feel safe? It's just not. It's not just Niagara Falls.
Then you allow a depressed area where they know there's high crime, when there's the bad things happening here all the time. You allow them to open up liquor stores to contribute more to the problem, to contribute more to the blight. I mean, do you do this? Do you do this? Do you?
That happens everywhere, brother. You know that. That's still let's feed into it. And make them drunk and angry.
But I want to go on out and repeat this one last time, real fast. I am a staunch union man. I was with the steel workers for many, many years. We didn't have deals where the city or the corporation, the factory, got $200 million from the Indians over here from the casino to go on out and give the unions whatever the hell they want. We negotiated hard, and sometimes we came back for 2 cents, 3 cents an hour, and that was it. But when you go on out and you get 2% or 5% of a person that's got $100,000 a year salary, do you realize what the numbers turn out to be? I mean, this is it. This is just the way it is, man.
Yep.
Look, I rest my case, and I guess I caused enough of shit for today, and I'm offended, bro. I'm offended.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
All right, fuck off. See you later.
All right, man.
All right,
later,
later.
Bye.
Well, that's our hour. All right, so hopefully we'll have everyone tuning in next week. And anything else from the folks out there? I don't see anything more than Danny Fitzpatrick. Okay, Danny, yeah. Time limit on calls, you bet. But I try. Trust me, I try. So what do you say there, Brett? We'll be back next week?
Yeah. I was going to, wait until Terry Lester Klein called in, but it doesn't look like she's going to, so... let's...
We're good.
Yeah, let's close it
All right. Thanks, folks, for tuning in tonight, and have yourselves a great week. And hopefully we'll be back next week with something new. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
All right, later.